welcome. My name is Shannon. Today I'm going to be guiding you through a few practices to help reduce stress and increase vitality in times of chaos. So, I have a little bit about me. I have a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. I worked for about 5 years as a registered nurse. I have since retired myself, and I now primarily work as a sea kayak guide and an expedition guide. I also have a business with the Juice Plus company, and I recently just enrolled into school once again to study holistic nutrition with the Edison Institute of Holistic Nutrition. I'm also a 200-hour vinyasa yoga teacher. I have training in yin yoga as well as meditation. So today I'd like to combine a few of my skills here and some of my knowledge just to give you some tools that you can put in your back pocket just to help you through those times where you're feeling stressed, that life is chaotic, and you're feeling like you need a bit of increase to your vitality. And I'm sure all of us can relate to this right now with everything that's going on in the world. So just remember, anytime that you're needing 5 minutes, you can always just sit and breathe, and you can return to any of these practices from today. So I'd like to start by beginning with a short meditation to get us into a parasympathetic response here. We're going to be discussing the nervous system a bit throughout today, so let's start by moving ourselves into a state of relaxation and digestion. So I invite you now to find a comfortable seat, whether that's in a chair. I'm going to be doing this practice in a chair. You can also choose the couch, or perhaps you'd like to sit on the floor today on a cushion or on a block. Just make sure that you're comfortable. So for body position, just ensure your shoulders are stacked over your hips, your ears are stacked over your shoulders so that your spine can be nice and long. Your hands you can place in your lap or on your thighs. You could also place a hand on your chest if you'd like, so whatever you're comfortable with. I now invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. You can begin by noticing your breath here. You don't need to label it or change it, just notice it. The ultimate purpose of inquiry is that it allows us to pause. In the space of a pause, truth can shine through. Perhaps now you can begin to deepen your exhale. Here you can ask yourself the question, how am I? How am I doing right now? Maybe now you can invite your breath to fill into your belly, allowing your breath to expand to your lower lungs. How are you doing? Through inquiry, we are able to take a moment to check in with ourselves, to note what is real, what we can fix right now at this time. Throughout your day, I invite you to pause, to check in with yourself, and to offer yourself a moment to just breathe. Allowing your breath to return to normal. Take a moment here to reflect on how you are feeling. Has anything changed since the beginning of our practice? Inhale deeply here and exhale completely through the mouth. Give yourself one more cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Give yourself a moment to return to your environment. You can flutter your eyelids open now, taking as much time as you need. So now we've moved ourselves into a parasympathetic nervous response and we've promoted relaxation. But what exactly does this mean and how is meditation related? Well, the nervous system is made of the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is your fight, flight, or freeze response. This is what saves us when we are in moments of danger. Unfortunately, the sympathetic nervous system isn't able to distinguish between real danger and perceived danger. So coming across a saber-toothed tiger is going to send the same response to your body as reading something scary in the news or watching a scary movie. Now, it is important to have a strong sympathetic nervous response, as this is what's going to save us in the times of real danger. The other nervous system response is the parasympathetic nervous response, and this is what puts us into what's called rest and digest. It's a relaxation and a calming response. Now, it would be great if we were just walked around all the time in a calming and relaxed state. However, if we did come across a real-life saber-toothed tiger, that wouldn't get us very far for very long. So it is important to have what's called homeostasis or equilibrium between the two responses, because we do need to have a strong sympathetic nervous response for those times of real danger, but we do need to be able to move ourselves quickly into a parasympathetic nervous response so that we are able to relax and to release all of those stresses. If there's stored trauma or stress in the body, your nervous system is going to remain aroused in a heightened state in the sympathetic response. When stress is unresolved, the nervous system becomes imbalanced and the healthy function is disrupted. So if you think about your body and how you're feeling, do you ever notice that you have areas of pain that just don't go away, that seem to be there all the time, or things that seem to occur when you're in a stressful time period? Perhaps your digestion isn't so strong, perhaps you have lots of stomach pain and tummy aches, perhaps you have sore joints and muscles. So these could be signs that your body is holding on to tension and stress and that we need to work to let it go in a parasympathetic nervous response. So when we're in a sympathetic response, our body is going to release stress hormones. These are called cortisol, adrenaline, and norepinephrine. Super important if we need to quickly run away, but not so important if we're just going about our daily lives. As with long-term amounts of these stress hormones in our body, we're going to have an increased blood pressure, increased blood flow, decreased blood flow to our GI systems. We're not going to be able to digest our food as well. We're also going to be manifesting disease in our body in the forms of autoimmune conditions, heart disease, inflammatory responses, high blood pressure, depression, and so much more. So you can see here that if we're constantly living in stress and in a sympathetic nervous response, we are going to cause disorder in our bodies. But there's been lots of science done recently about meditation, yoga, and helping to move our bodies into a parasympathetic response. So they recently have found that the brain can continue to grow and change even into our adult lives. Synaptic growth of the brain and healing can happen when we introduce fine motor skill sports such as yoga, when we are reading and working through languages. So if you think about the correlation here between yoga and meditation, we can see that daily practice and regular practice of these two can lead to a healing response in the brain. Super cool. Now they've also done MRIs on people who meditate as well as people who are meditating. And what they've found is heightened frequencies in areas of the brain that control happiness, regulation of emotion, learning, memory, and behavior. And what else is super cool is that they found this response even in novice beginner meditators. So it wasn't just monks who are sitting and meditating for half of their day every day, but it was found even in people who are sitting for 5 minutes a day, which just goes to show how powerful it is to just sit for 5 minutes and to breathe and fall into yourself. Now, if we look into the vagus nerve is the largest nerve in the body, and it's responsible for a parasympathetic response, control of the lungs, heart, and your digestive system. It also controls mood, your heart rate, immune function, digestion, gut microbiome, and to regulate homeostasis. Your vagus nerve is sending messages from the gut to the brain. It's not the other way around. Your gut is indeed your second brain, and it is communicating with your brain through the vagus nerve. Now, we can increase the vagal tone of this nerve, but this doesn't mean that we're going to go to the gym and do a bunch of reps with our nerve to strengthen it. But if we do strengthen our vagal tone, we're going to be able to relax faster, we're going to have better blood sugar regulation, we're going to decrease the risk of stroke and cardiovascular disease, and with that, we're going to decrease our blood pressure. Now, since we're moving ourselves into a parasympathetic response, of course, we're going to have better digestion, and this is coming from stomach and digestive enzymes that are increasing. We're going to have better mood, and we're going to decrease stress and anxiety. Now, how exactly are we going to tone this nerve since we can't just go to the gym and do a bunch of reps? Well, we can strengthen it by doing slow diaphragmatic breathing. And if we're increasing the length of our exhales compared to the length of our inhales, we're going to be able to slow our heart rate. Now, alternatively, if you increase your inhales and decrease the length of your exhales, you will be able to increase your heart rate. But if you just take a moment and just notice if you're breathing and lengthening your exhales versus your inhales, you will notice that your heart rate begins to slow. Now we can also tone our vagus nerve by humming, speaking. So any chanting meditations are really good, or calling your best friend and having a nice conversation is also a great way to increase your vagal tone. For some reason, washing your face with cold water, not sure why, but it has been proven to increase your vagal tone. And then, of course, also meditation has been proven. So right now, I'd like to invite you to join me in another meditation. This one is going to be using a humming technique to help increase the vagal tone. So again, find yourself in a comfortable position, either sitting, you could even lie down for this one, and we'll begin our meditation. So practice humming meditation. We're going to be doing Brahmari Pranayama, buzzing B. So just finding yourself in a comfortable position here with your spine long. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze. We're going to begin by taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling out completely through the mouth. Now you continue to inhale through the nose, going to exhale, keeping your lips close together and making a buzzing noise. It'll be like this. Now you can have a hand on your chest if you'd like, or if you're familiar with this practice, you can take your 2 index fingers, placing them on your eyes, and then plugging your ears with your thumbs. Now for this practice, we're going to be doing 6 inhales at your own pace, inhaling and exhaling with the buzzing sound. No need to worry if you are faster or slower than my breaths, but we will all meet in stillness at the end. Okay, so inhaling. This is a powerful pranayama practice to relieve tension and to calm agitated minds. So taking as much time as you need here, you can begin to flutter your eyes open and return to your environment. Vagal tone has also been shown to balance the gut microbiome. The microbiome is the good bacteria which resides in our digestive tract. The human microbiome has been shown to have 10 times the amount of cells than what makes up the human body. So essentially, we are what we eat. Now, the microbiome is extremely important. It does a variety of different things. 80% of our immune support is coming from the gut. The microbiome is balancing the brain chemicals such as serotonin and dopamine. And it's also synthesizing and repairing DNA. Now, if we have a low diversity of microbiome in our bodies from our diets, eating things like sugar, aspartame, chemicals, processed foods, antibiotics, and other medications, we're going to decrease the amount of diversity we have, and we're going to decrease the how successful our gut is at digestion, absorption, and keeping us healthy. Basically, every time we eat, we're either increasing inflammation or decreasing inflammation. So we are able to do things and make changes into our diet to make it a little bit easier for our bodies to heal and repair itself. Now, our liver is the powerhouse of our digestive system. It's the brain of the digestive system, and it's going to be the organ that's going to help to clear out the toxins and to detoxify us. Now, everything in our lives is full of chemicals. If you read the ingredients on your shampoo, your soaps, your laundry detergents, you'll find there might be words there that you just can't pronounce. Now, all of these chemicals in our lives, both environmental chemicals found in our homes, and even chemicals in our foods with food additives, preservatives, colorants, things like that, are all going to affect our bodies. They're going to absorb into our bodies. our skin is the largest organ in our body and it's very absorbable. So any lotions or shampoos, soaps you're using, if they have chemicals, those are absorbing into your body. Now, if your liver isn't able to detoxify them out, it's going to store them in your body. It's going to wrap them in fat to protect your other organs from them, and it's going to be stored as excess fat in your body. So if we're going to support our livers to help detoxify ourselves, there's a few things that we need to do. So the first is that you can avoid eating processed foods, foods with additives and preservatives, and to avoid the chemicals that you're using in your daily life. Now we can also increase their nutrition to support our liver through this process. And with this, we want to eat a wide variety of plants. We want to eat the rainbow. Now they recommend that we eat 9 to 14 servings of whole fruits and vegetables every day of all the colors of the rainbow. And in order to do this, or because we're doing this, that way we're getting a wide variety of phytochemicals, or these phytochemicals, also known as phytonutrients or micronutrients. These are what's important that's coming from the fruits and vegetables. These are going to be the nutrition for our body that we need to help our liver to detoxify. Now, I don't know about you, but I certainly don't eat 9 to 14 servings of whole raw fruits and vegetables every day. I am vegetarian, so maybe on a good day I might eat 9 servings of fruits and vegetables, but I can guarantee that they're not all raw. So it's not always easy to do this, but there is a way that we can supplement our diets to make sure that we are getting the whole raw fruits and vegetables that we need. And now I'd like to introduce you to Juice Plus. Juice Plus is a powerful tool that we can use to aid our liver in detoxification, as well as to ensure our microbiome is getting the phytonutrients that it needs every day for optimal health. Juice Plus is really simple. It's 28 different kinds of fruits and vegetables which have been grown without any chemicals, herbicides, or pesticides. It's grown so that it can vine ripen, falling off of the plant, or it's then collected and put into a large pulverizer. The pits, seeds, stems, and peels are all going into the large blender when appropriate, and they're turned into a big slurry. Now the water is extracted here along with the sugars using some really cool technology, and what's left is active live phytonutrients. This is then dehydrated at low temperatures to keep the foods alive and active, and then put into capsule form. So we have blend of berries. There's raspberry, cranberry, blackberry, artichoke, bilberry, pomegranate, elderberry, cocoa, blueberry, Concord grape, and blackcurrant here. Now, I don't know about you, but where I live, I don't think I could get even 2 of these items at the grocery store. Then we have the fruit blend. This contains apple, peach, cranberry, orange, mango, lemon peel, acerola cherry, pineapple, prune, date, and beet. And what's really important with this is that 80% of the vitamin C of an orange is found in the peel. Now, I know that I don't eat the peel, but the peel is incorporated into these capsules to be sure that we are getting all of the nutrients that we need from the plant. And then the vegetable blend here is made out of broccoli, parsley, tomato, carrot, garlic, beet, spinach, cabbage, lemon peel, rice bran, and kale. So this is a really easy way to pack a powerful punch into our diets to protect our livers. Now, these 3 are backed by research here. There are almost 40 published clinical studies out there. They are all peer-reviewed, gold standard, double-blind placebo tests. The research has found that it's all bioavailable, which means your body is able to recognize it as food, as it is food, and it's able to absorb it and use it as food, and so really powerful. It's also been shown to reduce inflammation, to support cardiovascular health, to reduce oxidative stress, improve lung health, and the health of skin and gums, and much more. We also have a vegan omega blend here. Now, fish omegas have been shown to contain the microplastics Now, they are able to extract heavy metals from the fish oils, but the microplastics stay there. So what Juice Plus has done is they've skipped the middle fish, so to speak, and they've gone straight to the source, the algae. So this is a blend, an omega blend. It has omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And it is made from algae oil, pomegranate seed oil, safflower seed oil, sea buckthornberry oil. Really nice blend here. Now, omega research is still coming for these guys. Really excited to see it. But what we do know about omegas is that they support brain health, eye health, skin health, and cardiovascular health. And the Juice Plus company also has a complete protein powder here in both vanilla and chocolate. They are high in fiber and they are low in glycemic index, which makes them safe for diabetics. Now, all these products do have an NSF certification, so this means that a third party is testing the products from soil all the way to the final product. Now, they're looking for things like pesticides, herbicides, heavy metals, and toxins. And with their studies, they have found that Juice Plus has not and has never contained any of the following. So we can be sure that when we're taking this product, we're not increasing the toxins into our liver. We're able to support our liver to help it detoxify and therefore support our microbiome and help us to move into a state of parasympathetic nervous response easier and to reduce stress and anxieties. Now, we do also still need to eat fruits and vegetables. This is not just a solution to skip eating. It's rather a way to bridge the gap from what we are eating to what we should be eating to make sure we're getting all the extra nutrients that we need. So if you have the space in your house or in your backyard, growing food is a wonderful way to do so. But of course, not all of us have lots of room to be growing foods in our backyard. But we do have a product called the Tower Garden. It's an aeroponic growing system that's about 6 feet tall and about 3 feet wide. It can house 20 different plants, or 28 if you get the extension set. It's soilless gardening that uses 90% less water than conventional gardening. It waters itself. It's on a pump on a timer. It waters itself throughout the day, so you don't have to worry about watering. All you need to do is add some water and some nutrients to your reservoir every couple of weeks. And because of the technology and the way that it's growing with the aeroponic system, you are able to grow your produce up to 30% faster. With the Tower Garden home growing system, you can grow indoors with lights, so you can grow all winter long, or you can grow outdoors with the natural circadian rhythm of the sun. So lots of great options for growing there. And then you know that the food that you are eating aren't full of chemicals. They don't have any pesticides or herbicides on them. You know that they're better than organic. And you also know that they were grown with love and that you can pull them off of your tower when you're ready to eat them instead of having them lose their nutritional value while in transportation to the grocery store or when they're sitting in your fridge. Also, it's really beautiful, and I love mine. I love to sit in front of mine and meditate. It's just really wonderful. With these products, there are two options. You can either choose to pay in full, or perhaps you'd like to sign up for the discount. The discount just requires that you pay a $52 fee once per year, and this gives you access to a global online business available in 26 countries. There are no monthly minimum quotas, there's no product stocking, and you can easily manage your own orders at home. You can do it for the business, or you can just do it for your own personal discount. A lot of people sign up for the discount, and they quickly find themselves sharing to their family and friends, and before they know it, their own product is paid for. If you are looking for a greater residual income, there is a simple system set up for success. I invite you now to join me for a meditation as we bring this day to a close. Finding yourself in a comfortable position, either in a comfortable seat or perhaps you lie on the floor. You can bring your hands to rest in your lap, on your thighs, or maybe a hand to your chest. And you can begin to close your eyes here or soften your gaze. Taking a moment here just to acknowledge your breath, just to be the observer of your breath without trying to change it or make any labels to it. Breath is the link between the conscious mind and the unconscious process. Here, I invite you to inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Following your own count here. How does it feel here to be increasing the length of your exhale? If you'd like, you can decrease or increase the numbers in your count. Or if you'd prefer, you can return to the normal breath of yourself. By increasing your exhales, you can begin to move yourself into a state of parasympathetic response. The lengthen of your exhale allows you to relax, to digest, and to be in a state of calm. Anytime you are feeling overwhelmed, I encourage you to take a moment to pause, to observe your breath, to see if you can invite a lengthened exhale. Perhaps you can move your breath into your belly to help promote yourself to move into a state of relaxation. Allowing your breath to move into a normal rhythm here. Taking as much time as you need to return to your environment, you can begin to flicker your eyes open. I have a couple of journal prompts here, so if you have a journal handy, please grab it now. If you'd prefer, you can just meditate and reflect on these questions. What does healing mean to you? What types of healing do you give to your body and mind? What does self-care look like for you? So those questions were, what does healing mean to you? What types of healing do you give to your body and mind? And what does self-care look like for you? So just take some time here to reflect on these questions, to write in your journal, and we'll meet back shortly. So along with the techniques we've discussed today, meditation, good nutrition, there are also other ways that you can work to move yourself into a greater parasympathetic response. So daily meditation and chanting is important. Yin yoga or restorative yoga is also really great to do. Restorative yoga requires more props and promotes more relaxation, whereas yin yoga requires a bit more stress to be laid on the body and on the muscles. So if you're already in a level of heightened stress and a bit of trauma that you're carrying with you, you might prefer to do a more of a restorative approach to your yoga practice, where you ensure you're using lots of props and that you're relaxing completely into the pose without putting any extra stress on your body. Other self-care techniques that you can do are journaling. You can also run yourself a nice warm bath, candlelit, make it special. And massage is also a great way to help to relax the body and to give yourself a bit of self-care. So thank you everybody for joining me today. Remember, these meditations are always available for you if you'd like to return to them. I hope that I've allowed you to have a few more tools for your toolbox to reduce stress and anxiety and to improve your vitality. So if you'd like to get in contact, you can find me on Instagram. My name is _Shannon_Jensen. Thank you and have a beautiful day.